Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Coming at you live with some WWE Fastlane 2018, reviewing it and discussing it. And hey, yeah, we're on the road to WrestleMania, so this is pretty fun. We've got sorry, just adjusting some stuff. We've got some some title changes, some interference, some chaos. We've got a whole hot mess of stuff to talk about. I just got done watching Talking Smack. That's why it took me a while to get on here. I wanted to see what happened. You know, you never know when. Hey, Ronnie, what's up? Who was joining me earlier for my Impact Crossroads review. What's up, Ronnie? Did you enjoy the show tonight? I know I did. That was fun. It wasn't I'd say without any hiccups, but it was thank you for joining me. It wasn't without mishap. There was a couple of let's just get into it. One thing before I start reviewing this, I want to say the segment with Randy Orton on Talking Smack was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Primarily, I'm talking about the segment where he said he was watching Elimination Chamber with his daughter, and he said he's known John Cena for a long time, and he's never seen the man cry, and he was so happy that he got to sit there with his daughter and watch John Cena cry for the first time. Oh, I literally laughed out loud at that. I thought that was. Because those two have such a storied history. It's one of the greatest rivalries in history, and they have not gone face-to-face or wrestled for such a long time. Well, they used to face off against each other so much, 10 years ago-ish, maybe a little less than that. Yeah, you're right, Ronnie. Fastlane had a lot of ups and downs. And it all depended on who you were rooting for, too. Charlotte had an interesting conversation at the end there. I think the most interesting was watching Shane McMahon react. Watching Shane McMahon react to the questions. He really is... in a sense, how do I say it? He's taking over right where his dad left off. That's how I feel about this. You know how Vince McMahon used to interject himself in matches in the Attitude Era. Even though I have not watched a lot of Attitude Era, I know I know he had plenty of, just look at, McMahon, the McMahons versus Stone Cold right there, and I could see Shane McMahon doing that. I'm not saying Shane McMahon versus fill in the blank is going to happen anytime soon, although I'm hearing little rumblings that something may happen for him at Mania. Shane's got to have a match at Mania, so we'll see what happens. Whatever happens, I'm sure it's going to happen I was going to say tomorrow night. SmackDown. Watch SmackDown. I'm sure we're going to find out even more. So we got Rusev versus Nakamura. That was actually a hell of a match. And, I wouldn't have been – I know everybody assumed Nakamura was going to win. I would have loved to see Rusev beat Nakamura. Not that would make him the number one contender. They weren't wrestling for like to steal the Royal Rumble win. It was nothing like that. There was no stipulation here. They weren't even, wrestling to steal Rusev Day away from Rusev. No. All I gotta say on SmackDown, was it last week? Last week or the week before, Nakamura was talking about, he was singing. I'm not going to do it because I'm not feeling very well tonight, but he was singing Nakamura Day. Oh, that was hilarious. I feel like Rusev could have won tonight and it wouldn't have affected anything. If anything, it would have put more doubt in the minds of people going into WrestleMania. Could Nakamura beat AJ Styles? I felt like that would have been a nice little thing to throw in there. And it would have just added to the AJ Styles Nakamura rivalry. Because that's going to build. They both want to face each other, but something's going to happen in there. It almost looks like Styles is going to get a little nasty. Maybe even we could say, we say it? Maybe even a heel turn, maybe. We kind of saw that tonight when Styles was Nakamura was getting interviewed, or no, was Styles getting interviewed? I don't know. Whoever was getting interviewed, and then Nakamura said something about his classic, well, I want to face you at WrestleMania and whatever. But that sounded almost kind of Bulgarian-ish. Was that? Yeah, that I don't know. That was weird. Since when does Nakamura sound Bulgarian? Anyways, Styles kind of snapped at him, and it was kind of shocking, But Styles is headed up to here with all this, all these. The odds are against him totally. Look at tonight. 6-pack challenge match. The odds don't get any worse than that. Well, they can, but usually for a title they don't. So, but they had a great match. Nakamura won. Although that one kick from Rusev, holy crap. That was, you want to talk about a sick kick. That was, but it was a lot of fun. And hey, Aiden English got his voice back. How awesome is that? That's awesome. I know there's like some pop band or two pop girls singing America the Beautiful. Can we please have Aiden English sing the national anthem? I think that would be incredible. I just think, I don't know. That's me. You may not like that, but the guy's got a hell of a voice, whether you like him or hate him. I think it'd be great, Lillian Garcia may not like that opinion, but we'll see. I don't even know who's singing the national anthem. We'll see. As long anyone but Flo Rida, right? Anyone but Flo Rida? I think we can all agree on that. Can he even sing? Anyways, so yeah, Nakamura beats Rusev. United States Championship match. This one was a little slow, but I felt it was a good match. But everyone calls Bobby Roode Bob Roode. I think that was from a Rusev line. Look, Rusev is just going to inject himself all over and inside this review here. It's going to be crazy. Darn it, Rusev. I guess it really is Rusev Day, eh? Yeah, I'm a little shocked. But looking at the build to this now, I'm really not surprised that Orton is hashtag and new United States champion. And, we saw the aftermath of that in Talking Smack, him talking about that. I think Bobby Roode is absolutely going to get his rematch at WrestleMania, as well he should. but now Jinder Mahal is throwing his weight around again. And I know people are not thrilled at the fact that we're going to get, or at least it looks like we're going to get Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton. But if it's a three-way, maybe that'll make people feel a little better. But how ironic would it be to have Jinder Mahal walk around half of the rest of the year with the United States Championship on his shoulder, along with, the Singh brothers? Is it a spoiler alert? I don't know. You'll just have to tune into WrestleMania to find out, won't you? So yeah, it was an okay match. A little slow, but hey, two veterans going at it, and whenever I watch Orton now, it's kind of one of those things where he has to be a little careful in the ring. He'll probably downplay aches and pains, but we know just one little thing in that shoulder can just completely explode. So, yeah, it is what it is. Orton's United States Championship match, and yeah, I'm more excited for Rude versus Orton than seeing Jinder getting thrown into it. But hey, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna jump on Twitter and bitch about it. That's right. This next match, Naomi and Becky Lynch versus Carmella and Natalya. All I wrote down for notes next to this one was LOL. Not the best women's match. Not the best women's match. There was, I don't know. A lot of miscommunication. I'm not going to point out anything specific. Just a lot of miscommunication going on, and it just didn't look good. There was a couple of fun spots in it. Carmella came out with the win, pinning Becky Lynch. Oh man, did she get the heat for that on Twitter? Everybody in there. Becky Lynch deserves better. Becky Lynch this. Becky Lynch that. Okay. Whatever. I'm a little surprised we didn't get a cash in tonight, but well, we know why we didn't, because there was something bigger coming around the corner, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Go away, kitty. I'm busy. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get some slack for that one. I love my cats, but sometimes, So, yeah, Carmella came out with a win, like I said. Then we get what was supposed to be the tag team match that made you forget about the other tag team match. At least that's how I looked at it. This had the potential to steal the show, except someone stole their show. I'm talking about the WWE Tag Team Championship, or the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Usos defending against the New Day. And the Bludgeon Brothers showed up and just destroyed everyone. The part that I laughed about at the end of this, and I know that's that sick little thing in the back of my head, I was like, look, everybody's laid to waste at ringside. Everybody's out or close to being out from being literally hammered with the sledgehammers, or whatever you want to call them, mallets. Too big to be sledgehammers. But yeah, the Bludgeon Brothers came down and just destroyed everyone. Oh, there was, what I was going to say is I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. There was one stretcher for all the guys at ringside, and Xavier Woods Xavier Woods got it, while everyone else is like can barely walk, barely move. EMTs are running for their lives because they're getting threatened with mallets. Oh man, it was beautiful. And the fans online are already requesting Usos versus New Day versus Bludgeon Brothers TLC at WrestleMania. What do you think, folks? Discuss amongst yourselves. I love the idea. I think, yeah, why not book it? I think it's a great idea. I think it should happen. It'd be the, excuse me. It'd be a great way to finally man, great way to finally end the feud between the New Day and the Usos, because that's man, wrong tube. It's been going on for a long time, and I know some people are probably sick of it, but man, it's the best tag team feud going on in WWE right now. It really is. And I'm going to reference the pre-show match, which I did not write down. But those guys were literally, and I know you have to work safe, and I know it's a big right? Oh, Ronnie, yeah. You got to work safe, and you got to protect each other, and you got to put on a show at the same time. I get that. But when you're doing super kicks and they're landing this far away from your face, this far, folks, come on. My goodness. Sold the shit out of it, though. My. Everybody went flying. The kicks weren't even close. It's like, and you guys wonder why you're not tag team champion. Gable and Benjamin and Dango and Breeze. Damn. And I like those teams, but man, those guys just, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to get some flack for this, but I don't know who was worse tonight, the women's tag match or that pre-show tag match. Like I said, this show was not perfect. They had some great moments, and it was a lot of fun, but man. So, okay. Bludgeon Brothers destroyed everyone. LOL. SmackDown Women's Championship. All right, here we go. Here's something to talk about. Charlotte versus Ruby Riott absolutely tore the house down. Ruby Riott really showed what she could do out there. In fact, Charlotte on Talking Smack after the show really gave her some props, complimented her, and was, she really put her over talking about her. And that was nice to see. I mean, Charlotte is still Charlotte, and she's cocky, and she's got to talk herself up. As she should, she's champ. As she should, she's a Flair. But, it was cool to see her give some props to Ruby Riott. Obviously, Ronnie in the chat says, Ruby Riott is whack. Oh, come on. I love the Riott Squad. I love seeing, new guys or gals come up to the roster and get a shot and get a chance. Ruby Riott's been busting her ass in the indies for a long time. She deserves everything that's coming to her. This is not going to be her last shot at a women's championship. She's going to get it again. But Mania is going to be reserved for someone who showed up at the end of the match. Out of nowhere, like an RKO, Asuka showed up and did a little pointing, a little. I don't have a sign in here. Oh, I got one on my poster. I can point. She did one of these, right back there. So over the last couple of weeks, now this is what's been a little frustrating, and I've talked about this with my friends and online as well. WWE has inadvertently said how Bliss is facing Asuka. And if you don't, go watch the episodes. They talked about it. They're talking about how, oh yeah, Bliss is facing Asuka, or Asuka is facing Bliss at Mania. You know, they've like quietly thrown it into conversations and stuff like that. And it's like, I'm like, when did this happen? This has not happened. You know, Asuka showed up, or Asuka won the Royal Rumble. Bliss and Charlotte were standing on either side of her. Rousey shows up. Whole place explodes. But Asuka never officially said it. They just started saying that Bliss is facing Asuka. And then this happens. And it's like, well, holy crap. Well, that's a switch. So I don't know if they like, I don't know. It's really confusing. You know, it's like, did they screw up and accidentally say that? Or did they change their mind? I don't know. It's weird, but I'm not going to overthink it. I'm excited. It's a match that's never happened before. I mean, Asuka's faced a lot of the girls that are on the main roster now down in NXT, including Bayley. So and she's like the last one that she hasn't faced. And I'm not going to predict it now as far as who's going to win. I'll do that a few weeks from now. If I do a WrestleMania predictions, I probably will. Maybe I'll try to get a couple buddies in here too for that one. That's a big one. That's a special one. But that's exciting. And the funniest part of it was Asuka's face as she's doing it. She's like, her smile is like this big, and she's like, look, I'm going to point now. I mean, you know, even though she didn't say nothing, but like, and then she did it. It was great. And Charlotte's reaction the whole time, I'm like waiting for her to like, I'm like, okay, no, just hug each other because it's a great moment. But no, you got to stay in character and hold that championship and be pissed off. And I'm going to Mania and I'm going to kick your ass. And you got to put up a front because I'm Flair. So yeah, it was a great moment. A little comical, but it was a great moment. And that's going to be a great. I don't know. Did they put up a visual? I think they put up a visual. They put up a couple visuals, and they talked a lot about the stuff that happened at Raw. Holy cow! Where does Asuka go from here? Asuka goes to SmackDown. That's where she goes. She's not going to be on Raw anymore. The question is, where does who's going to face Bliss? I think we know who's going to face Bliss, but that's another discussion for another time. So yeah, Asuka challenges Charlotte. Yay! That was my notes on that. Yay! or yes. You can't write that down. Whatever. The WWE Championship match. What was it? 6-pack challenge. I didn't even have a 6-pack to drink during it. Man, this was a hot mess of a match. It really was. Holy cow. Just nuts. Styles won We are getting Styles versus Nakamura. I think we all kind of assume that, but when the match is going on and everything's heated up and kicks and finishers are getting flown everywhere, and the way John Cena started the match, you start to wonder. You start to wonder because, I get this little thing in the back of my head like, man, what if Zayn won, or what if Owens won, and then that just like throws a wrench into everything that most fans want, and you never know what the WWE is going to do. They could just pull a trigger and be like, no, you guys want this over here, you don't want this. That's happened before. Fans want one thing, they get screwed, they get another thing. So yeah, there was a lot of crazy missed finishes. Shane McMahon got involved. And if you didn't watch Talking Smack, go watch the interview between him and Renee. The ending was weird, awkward, because it was just, okay, that's it, we're done. And he's like, you're kicking me off? And he just left like he was pissed. It's like, oh man, Shane McMahon's really, really turning here. He's it's like, you love Shane when he shows up, but then he starts doing these little things. It's like, oh man, you got to remember, he's a McMahon. He's like his dad. Well, he's different than his dad, but he's like his dad. So, because you're not going to see Vince do stuff like that hardly anymore. I still can't believe he took that headbutt from Kevin Owens. Jeez Louise. I can't believe it. The guy didn't like suffer from a concussion or have seizures after that. My God. Just killing the old man. So yeah. No Undertaker. But the visual of John Cena sitting there in the corner and then shoving the camera away was priceless. In fact, I might make that the cover for this video. I haven't made the cover yet. I put up the visual promoting this video as, Asuka pointing, but I don't know. John Cena sitting in the corner all sad might have to replace that. I'm sorry, I'm horrible. I'm full of it tonight. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I know I've talked to a couple friends that were like, they could give or take this show. They were real excited about it. I'm like, it's an exciting time of year. There's exciting stuff happening all over the place between WWE, Impact, Ring of Honor just celebrated 16 years, and I'm sure they're going to plan something crazy for WrestleMania weekend. There's goofy stuff in wrestling everywhere. If you don't like one thing, go watch something else. That's what I always say. There's something for everyone out there. Get bored with one thing, check this out over here. Go watch that over there. But wrestling is wrestling. Just everything's a little different. So yeah, fun show. I enjoyed it. We've got some definite WrestleMania matches coming out of this one. Happy about that. And we got some surprises too. Like I said, we got the title change with Orton. I really didn't think Orton was going to win, but Orton walking into WrestleMania with the United States Championship is kind of cool now that I think about it. And honestly, this may be one of the last times he holds a championship. He's been around a long time, So yeah, and we know Nakamura versus Styles is happening, and we know. Well, we could pretty much predict the tag team one. Probably going to be a 3-way. I'd like it to be a TLC. Nothing beats the classic Hardys Edge and Christian, and Dudley's. That's a classic. Didn't they do it twice? I think they did it twice. So yeah, we've got a lot more of the card of WrestleMania booked. But yeah, heck, you never know when oh, Rai says Orton's doing his thing. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, great show. I dug it. You know, wasn't perfect, but I dug it. I'm not going to overthink the mishaps. It's wrestling. You get mishaps. Hell, look at what happened to Sami Callihan and Eddie Edwards. And I don't need to go any further on that one. You want to talk about mishaps? Damn. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you're not watching this live, you're catching it later. What you thought of the show? You know, how were your predictions? You know, I didn't do any for this show. I just kind of went into the show just like, all right, I'm going to dig it. I'm going to not overthink it. We'll see what happens, you know, because you never know what WWE is going to do and just pull a whammy on you or something. Going for that big money and they pull a whammy. And thanks for watching live, my live viewers. If you dig the content, there's plenty more where that came from on the channel and coming down the road because, hey, yeah, we're on the road to WrestleMania now, and it's time to get excited for that. If you're not, I don't know what to tell you. I can't twist your arm, you know. I can't do it. You're either happy about it or you're meh. So whatever. So yeah, if you dig the content, give it a like. If you really like it, give it a sub. Tell your friends about it. Share it. And ring that bell on the page for notifications so you know when more content hits your whatever you're watching this on. So that's it for this one. Yeah, I don't know what else is coming next. Feuds are gonna start getting crazy, and we might be hearing that gong soon. We didn't hear it tonight. We might hear it on Raw. We'll have to see what happens. And if you don't know what gong I'm talking about by now, just watch Raw. Good night, folks.